With Sean Brady pulling out against Jack Della Maddalena, we have someone coming in on short notice, and his name is Josiah Harrell. He's 7-0. I think he's a little bit better of a prospect than a Valentine Woodburn. At least you kind of know what he's at just by looking at some of the fights and promotions he's been in. But looking into his career, he is 7-0, 24 years of age, so he's still very young. But coming off his last fight, I watched this one live against Mike Roberts, LFA 160. He ended up spearing him through the door. I thought that was very funny. It just caught me completely off guard. I guess someone didn't lock the door correctly, but he ended up picking him up and then running towards the fence and then spearing him right through it. Like, ended up celebrating right after. It's like some WWE shit. It was very funny, very entertaining, but he is pretty good on the feet. I think he's decent on the ground as well. I just don't see him doing well against Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena is an absolute monster on the feet. Jack Della Maddalena is preparing for a guy in Sean Brady who I think is a better wrestler and a better grappler than a Josiah Harrell, and I think he's prepared for it. I don't think this will necessarily be an issue for Jack Della Maddalena, either defending the takedowns for this one, and maybe he even goes for his own offensive takedowns in this one, but I think he's going to be better on the feet anyways. I can see him just catching Josiah Harrell. He's very young, but I just think Jack Della Maddalena is an absolute monster. I think he gets this one done by finish, probably by KO in the first round. He's an absolute beast on the feet. I just think he gets this one done. Poor Josiah Harrell comes in on short notice. I think people in general, I saw some people saying, like, what's up with these short notice replacements? Like, they wanted bigger matchups. Let's be real. The people offering Kevin Holland, which is pretty cool. I like Kevin Holland, but dude, you're on UFC 291, and that's one of the bigger cards of the year for the UFC because it is going against, I believe, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. So they really want to make a really good card and combat that one. And then who else did we have? Chris Curtis saying he wanted to fight. Dude, you're fighting Anthony Hernandez on another big card. What is the Mexican Independence Day card? And Joaquin Buckley, he said he wanted to fight in September. Like, bro, we needed someone on short notice. I don't even think Joaquin Buckley even put his name in the hat to the UFC to fight. So I don't know what the hell is going on there. I guess it's more fight game wise, get your attention out there, maybe get some buzz around you, but this is a matchup that ended up happening. Good prospect in Josiah Harrell. Maybe we see him on the Dana White Contender Series eventually. Maybe we see him this year because a lot of guys are getting taken from those shows or the upcoming shows and putting in on short notice replacements. So maybe we end up seeing him later this year depending on how he loses this fight, because I do expect him to lose if he does get KO'd. Maybe they give him some time. I guess it is July, so it just depends if they clear him. But I think we do eventually see this guy later on in his career. I think he's a solid prospect coming up, but I think it's just too soon for him. Jack Della Maddalena, future contender in the welterweight division. I just think it's going to be a little too much. Tell me what you guys think about this matchup. I'm going to go with Jack Della Maddalena. Who do you guys have in the comments? And I'll see you guys next time.